Hello, it's Eleanor at Eleanor's Place, and gosh, Eleanor's not been in touch with you for quite a long time, and I must apologise for that. It's just that life's sort of taken over and made things difficult to actually focus and get things done. You know, and you just feel like you're chasing your tail. I've been chasing my tail. Anyway, I just thought I'd pop in. It's now the last day of September, and things are starting to wind down. There's a lot of clearing going on the plots, or trying to anyway. It's a bit windy there, I'll just get back under here. Yeah, so you might be able to see just in front there's some baking apples that I've picked, and then there's just some carrots next to them. The nants are just starting to get some size on them now. They're quite nice actually. Let's just see if we can find another one for you to see. I want to just try and pick this one here, for example. I've got hold of now. Now that stem looks quite chunky, so let's give it a pull. Oh, come on. There you go. That's a nice carrot. That's a lovely carrot. So they'll be going home to use in a beef stew tomorrow and a ragu today. We are in for a bit of wet weather, so I probably won't get down here again this week. Yeah, so I've been spreading some wood chip. You can see the colours different out there. That's fresh wood chip. The wood chip's starting to break down now, and it's becoming a bit of a pain because I'm getting loads and loads of weeds growing through it. So I've got to put a good thick chunky layer of wood chip over the top. So I did this corner here, and I've done that corner over there, but I haven't done here. And this is the pile of weeds I've pulled out in order to do it. Now I know the weeds are probably going to just grow straight back through, so I will have to probably spray them a little bit. Not the best thing, but it's got to be done sometimes. I love lichness, love it, but it puts seeds everywhere, it spreads everywhere. So next year I've got to be a lot more strict about it and where it goes, because it's just taking over. I mean, there's loads and loads of little seedlings down here, and I hate to say it, but I bet they're all lichness. So they're all just going to get dug straight back in. Had a very good year for fruit. Very good year for fruit. I've just picked some apples off these. These are meant to be, I think, Golden Wonder. I think that's what they were. Anyway, I've picked some. These are still on, but I'll go and show you the others. Come and have a look. Sorry if the wind's just affecting it a little bit. Can you see in here? Right, so these are my eaters here, and underneath I've picked off the other plot on my bakers. Now I can't leave that one sitting on the top of the others for very long. It'll have to get used pretty pronto because they're meant to be in a single form. And at some point I will put some paper between them all and protect them. Leave them here for now, and then I think we're going to set up a shelf at home so we can store them in some house at home, hopefully. I've got some nice uchikoris, a Turk's turban, is that what it's called? It was given to me by the next door neighbour. Looks quite nice actually. So these are just, oh, and there's one butternut squash, but I don't know whether it's going to ripen properly. I'll give it a chance anyway. So they're just the squashes. I haven't got a lot of squashes this year. They didn't do that well, and it's my fault. They're very, very hungry plants, and I just don't think the ground was rich enough for a lot of production, but that'll do me. Up here I've got some really nice onions curing. They've been here for a couple of weeks. They've still got a bit to go because those stems are still a bit chunky. I want those dried out more, but they're going to be nice. These are the seed onions. I've already lifted, dried and bunched my set onions. I'm using those now at home. Come and have a look. around, see what else we can see. We're on plot 1. Isn't that sedum beautiful colour? This is the only thing. It annoys me the way it flops in the middle. I should wire it really. I could wire it to that fence behind it and keep it controlled. I'll do that next time, I promise. So I am gradually clearing things out. All the lichness, bar that little one there, all the lichness has had its dead heads cut off. Yeah, I've cleared this bed more or less. The legumes are just finished. I didn't get much off these French beans. They were really rubbish. They didn't really grow. Again, I don't think the ground was rich enough. The runner beans did really well. As you can still see, there's a lot on them, even though the plants are dying. But they've gone over. I just didn't get to them in time because when I'm away working, I can be away a whole week, and by the time I get back, they've gone over. This is Russian kale, and I'm hoping it's coming back now. It was decimated by, I think, Red Admiral butterfly caterpillar. Absolutely ate it to bits, and it's starting to come back, so I might get some out of it yet. This is perpetual spinach. I'm going to have to take all the big stuff off. I don't know whether that's usable beyond there. I think it is. I think it'll be okay. And I've already put in my purple sprouting broccoli. Here they are. Now these are also decimated. You can still see some of the old stalks. These were leaves falling off now. They were leaves and they all got eaten to just a stick, and I thought I've lost them. And I just left them in the greenhouse and waited, and they've put up new stuff and they're not bad. So I put them in here because this is where this is going to be the brassica bed next year, so it makes sense to put them here because these should be producing in the early part of next year, March, April time. So they're in the right bed for it anyway. Do you know what? I grow loads of this every year. I love the look of it. I love the idea of it. Never eat it. Well, I do sometimes. I put it into, I will put it into salads sometimes, but not enough for the amount I have a habit of growing. These I did as an experiment. That one's not done anything, but this one over here is forming a nice little heart. So really, I should try and get some more of this fine mesh, because for the brassicas, cabbage and broccoli and stuff, it stops the naughties, doesn't it? So here again they are. This is another example of decimated crops. These have been chewed off. It was red kale. It was absolutely up to the top, bursting through. As you can see, it's coming through, and the caterpillars got it and ate it all. But I've come back today and look, it's all starting to come again at the base. So there's actually little bits coming through here. I can see little bits coming through. So I'm going to just wait and see. And they decimated me sprouts, but the one at the end did the best. I don't know. I've had a real problem with butterflies this year. I mean, good for the butterflies, not so good for my brassicas, but never mind. This is where the set onions were. As you can see, I've already manured this section and leaving it, because this is going to be the potato bed next year. And that part over there, that is where the seed onions were that are now drying in the shed. Now, I've got to share this with you. I lifted my first parsnip from here yesterday. It was gorgeous. And I'm just looking now, and look at the size. Look at the sizes of these. They're going to be monsters. I'm going to have some really, really nice ones, I think, this year. I tried to grow them in the other plot last year. I'm just seeing if I can see some more. They're hidden underground, don't blame them. I've got 2 rows of them, so I've got plenty of possibilities for nice parsnips. Yeah, so I tried one, and it was beautiful. It was a good 10 inches long and about 3 to 4 inches across at the top. It was a big parsnip, especially as it's only just end of September. They've still got some potential for growth, but they always do well in this plot. But I grew them in the other plot last year, and I think I got 1 because there's too many stones in the ground and they just couldn't get enough taproot down. So disaster. Won't grow them there again. Always grow them in here in future. This was the potato bed. I was very pleased with my second earlies that I grow. What's the name? Charlotte. Grew really well. Got a really good crop. Lifted them, dried them, washed them, dried them, and now they're in sacks. So yeah, done really well this year. And I mean, this is why I like a little border along the edge, because it's just nice to get a little bit of flower going on. Do you know what I mean? It's just nice to see some flowers. Look at these verbena, aren't they absolutely beautiful? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Even the helichrysum down here, there's still some of them. The pink ones seem to last longest and look the nicest. You know, they seem to be able to hold it together. Oh, I've got to share this with you. Had a mole. Oh my goodness. The mole dug here. It dug all along there. And where I'm stood now, this piece of ground here, the other day I stood on it and it literally went down. I could feel it going down, and I thought, oh heck, they've been burrowing under there as well. So yeah, marbles. There is a bit of a dip there now. Yeah, it's going squishy there. They've really dug it all up. My worst nightmare is to cut. Oh dear, that is just coming up there. There's a big hole there. My nightmare is they're going to dig up my path. You can still see a bit of it here. I haven't done that bit, I've left it. Oh dear. I won't kill them. Other people put these traps down. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I think it's cruel. But anyway, what can you do? But there's the toadstools. It's that time of year, isn't it? You see lots and lots of things like toadstools and stuff. All the spore type stuff comes out to play. Yeah, so been a very, very hot year, but very good for fruit. Isn't that just beautiful? Just love it to bits. Oh, just one other thing I wanted to tell you. Got loads of sweet corn this year. Tons of it. I think I must have put into my freezer about 12 cobs, and they're absolutely beautiful. You could sell them in a shop. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Anyway, so this next year, without all this wire on the top, this cold frame, I think I'm going to try and utilise it next year. I haven't, just sit down on here, I haven't actually used this cold frame. I set it up when I first got the plot and promptly never used it. Now I had to put plastic down inside it because this section of the plot, where all this wood chip is, was full of ground elder. Some people call it bishop's weed. I heard somebody yesterday call it bishop's weed. Anyway, it was just full of ground elder, so that's why I put the membrane down with the chips on the top. And this section here where I put these, it started to creep through it, so I put more plastic down inside it. And I left it. So that was like 5, nearly 6 years ago now. So really, I think I need to try and utilise this in here. And I'm thinking let me just take this off a minute. I'll talk you through what I'm thinking. Just oopsie daisy. Right. What I'm thinking of doing is lifting this lid up in the summer fastening it against that post there with a hook, and then using some of the blue piping and making a frame that sits on the top with piping on the top of it, and either covering it in plastic, which I've still got some of that thermoplastic that I made my greenhouse on plot 2 with, and make like a mini greenhouse or something in here. I think that would work very well. Or just blessed use it, you know. I mean, I could try lifting that plastic out and see what the ground's like underneath now. There are a few weeds trying to grow through it, but not many. I could do that. Could give it a try. You see, you've got to think about these possibilities. Let me move this out of the way now because it looks a bit invisible on there and you won't be able to see what's going on. Yeah, you have to think about these things. This is the time of year when you start to think about these things. So it's been an interesting year, a little bit chaotic for me. Turn you around so I can just see you. Yeah, a little bit chaotic. Hi. A little bit chaotic for me, I've got to be honest, with personal things that quite frankly are just getting more complicated as we go along, but what can you do? And yeah, it's been a bit of a, what can I say, it's been a bit of a push and shove just to fit in coming to the allotment, which is sad because it is where I like to be, and I just can't be here, you know. Can't be in 2 places at once. But I'm here at the moment and I'm enjoying it. It's going to rain later, but it's started spitting now, and I think I'm just going to go home and have a coffee. Yeah, I think I will, so I'll just turn you around and let you have one more look. Hang on, let me just turn you around. There we go, there we go. Alright, so everything's looking a bit back end, but I don't think we've done too badly. Yeah, not bad at all. I hope you've had a good gardening year. I hope you've had good results from what you've tried to do this year, and move forward into next year with new ideas and things that you've learnt. And I hope to speak to you soon. Bye for now. Bye bye.